Hey traders and potential traders, you ever wonder what a day trader's morning process is like? If you stick around, I'm going to show you exactly what I do every morning before the market to prepare myself to take a winning trade, no matter what the market conditions are. Okay, so who am I? I am your man, the myth, the professor, Marvin Jackson. I actually am a college professor. I teach history at the collegiate level. And I got into trading about 10 years ago because my dad turned me onto it, and it has literally changed my life ever since. So, this is the Mexico edition because I'm in Mexico. I'm on vacation with the fam right now. It's kind of crazy. I'm traveling during the coronavirus scare, I know. But it is what it is, man. Still got to live life. Anyhow, stick around. I'm going to show you how I get everything done. Okay, good morning, traders. Up and Adam. I'm still in Mexico. I'll be out here for the next next 9 or 8 days, something like that, whatever it is. I'm not keeping count. And so somebody asked me, what is your morning process like? So I'm going to show people what my morning process is like when I prepare for the market. Now, we got to understand that this is a different kind of market right now because the world is literally shutting down because of the coronavirus. Literally, NBA, we ain't gonna have no March Madness. Like, I'm a sports fanatic. I grew up playing sports. Was a college athlete. Man, no March Madness? What? What part of the game is this? So this corona thing is real, which means if everything is shutting down, then we got to keep that in mind with the markets. But as we always know, man, there's always some opportunity. So let's go see how I find opportunity. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my screen, and I'm going to show you what I do. So here we go. I use TradingView. People use whatever you use is what you use. Just know how to use it, okay? So I'm going to show you. I usually do an extended hour search, and I'm gonna do a filter real quick to make sure my filters are correct. I always look for anything under $10 under these markets. And the biggest thing I don't see it is pre-market volume. This is what I look for. This is like key for me. So let me go find it. Here it is right here. Pre-market volume. It has to be a minimum of 500,000 for me to even have, especially this early, because we're just about an hour out of the market. So yeah, it's gotta have at least that. And then of course I got my filters in now. I know what I'm looking for. Now I go to change percentage. This is what I want to know. I want to know who is moving. Okay, so perfect. Look at this. We got OPK. I know this one is serious because look at the volume. The volume is already 4.9 million at 5:30 in the morning. West Coast time, of course. Even though I'm in Mexico and it's 7:30, I'm still calling. My computer is still operating off of Cali time. Gush. Okay, I can't mess with this. This is just that's funny though. Gush. This is a ETF on trust. Oil and gas. So probably ain't gonna mess with that one. IBIO. This is good. 2 million. F sale. This is also good. I just know this stock because I've traded it several times before. And the volume is still light, but this is this stock is huge, so I'm sure the volume will pour in if it matters. And then TRXC, and I usually look for anything up 15% or more, but I love these OPK up 51, 75, 150%. Anything like that, there's where your volatility is going to be. Okay, so now that I found that, okay, now I hop over here and I get to looking. Okay, so let me go ahead and get back to the intraday time frame, which I start with the 15-minute, and I'm gonna go first to the SPY. Okay, and these were yesterday's runners, so I usually keep, if it was a runner from yesterday, I keep it. These two didn't run like I wanted them to, but this one ran, so I'm gonna keep it on the watch to see what's going on. Okay, but here's the pre-market of the SPY. So there's some good news here. The SPY, I always look at this just so I can know what the market looks like. Okay, have an idea of how things will play out early. But look, yesterday it ran all the way down to the 240s, and it gapped up today. It's trying to battle its way, but I really might see some early. Here's my predicament. It might be an early push to about up here, and then continued sell off. That's my prediction. But I don't care if I'm right or wrong. Trust me, it's not about being a brainiac. It's just about understanding that it might be an early push in the morning. And when we get to a certain level where people can feel comfortable from yesterday's losses, they can sell, make a little something back on it, and then it's gonna top off and keep going, because until they say this coronavirus thing is like it's nade, so to speak, until everything is back to normal, where basketball might refinish its season, hockey is back on, and baseball actually kicks off. Like when the normal stuff that goes on in our normal social world is back, then things will get back to normal. Okay, but we just trade opportunities that present themselves on that particular day. At least I do. Okay, so let me go to OPK. Okay, and here we go. So I start looking, okay, and I'm like, okay. I look intraday first, and I see what's going on. 236 is the high as of right now. So now the next thing I'm looking for is, where are the key candles where they said I want to buy. Okay, so there's two key candles that are jumping out to me. The launch point, which is right here, this is when the move started. Okay, that's why I call it the launch. It launched from there. But then I look at the big candles. This candle here, I should say big volume candles. This candle, which is here, okay, they're telling me they like to buy around here, and then there's continued buying. So this 190 area is going to be strong. I call this area the pivot. So see how it came up here? I'm including all price, and then it kind of came back here, and then it bounced again. This is it. I love pivot areas. These are very strong areas for me. So I'm going to just put this right here, and now I know what I like about this particular stock. I see the MAs moving. I see where this is, best. I use the 15-minute time frame. You can use whatever you like. I just when I used to work on smaller time frames, you can get whipsawed a little easier. Bigger time frames, it just clear as day. It shows you where the buying is, and you don't have to. It's like there's no guess. You know what I mean? Like, I know when price comes here, I'll challenge this area because it's clear cut that they want to buy here. So next thing I do now is I go ahead and go to the daily so I can get a better look at it. And all right, so we see that it hasn't been holding a lot of gains as of late, but let's pull back. Let's go back, at least look for the last year. So this is one that's been it's probably diluted. It's probably diluted means is they offered offerings a lot, and they got warrants and things like that. You can dig into the SEC filings to find that kind of information, but I can just tell by looking at a stock. If this stock if it was up here, I'm looking at this 200. This 200 at some point was way up here. Why is it down here? If it was up at $10 at some point, why is it now $1.42? That tells me that the company is either shitty, or that they did all kind of offerings and it's just, they're just surviving. That's fine. I don't care. All I care about is understanding that today this thing has volume. Today this thing wants to move, and let's find out why. So now I look at the news. South Florida biotech company launches. See, here it goes. Everybody that's moving right now is doing something about the coronavirus. So it's launching testing for coronavirus. Okay, so does that mean it has kids? Here you go. Again, this is 38 minutes ago. This was early. And the next one says OPK stock soars on plans for COVID. So yeah, testing news in New York. So okay. So basically, they're flooding the market with articles about testing for coronavirus kits. Okay, we know OPK is a former. Oh wow, this is the weekly. I'm glad I looked at that. Okay, let's go to the daily. I thought I hit weekly daily, but I hit weekly. Okay, anyway, that's still fine. Yeah. So this is a typical gap up, can't hold the gain, sell off. And why is that? Because of all of the warrants and any of those things that may be needed that may have already been carried out with the stock. And so that just tells me that there's going to be an opportunity. Is this something that's going to just break out and run? I have no idea. But here's what we know. Okay, we know the pre-market high was at 236 because that's where I put that. Okay, we saw that the 190 area was the area to buy. They only have one strong candle, okay, in that area. Let me go back a little bit further. Okay, this is a good sign. This is a good move from that area. So I just go back and I just have a good look, so you can see this is, again, this area, this 180 area keeps peaking. We see that it's had a hard time getting out of, basically, let's just call it the $3 range. Okay, so yeah, that's cool. Oh, there we go. That's important right there. Look at this gap down. Yeah, I just saw you. There you go. Gap down right here. So $3 is tough because everybody's mad about when it gapped from here to there. So okay, fine. Now I see where the movement is at, and now I'm just gonna go in and write my plan. Okay, it's real simple. I take a picture of everything because I document everything, so I can go back and test. This is how I know what to do because I can go back and I was doing this before I was even trading. That's why I developed, my strategy, which is not, I can't call it specifically mine because all traders learn from other people. And then they kind of make what they learn from other people their own. So I want this to go to the PC, to the downloads, and this will be, see, I take a lot of screenshots. This is, what was this? OPK daily. I've been here before, so that's the second time. Okay, so then I just go in. I go, oh man, I set the screener. I have to redo that. I go to the to my Dell, and I'll get everything set. So this is how I've made my game plan. This is why I know exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, March 13, Friday the 13th. Uh-oh. Some people would be scared of that. In Africa, that's a very important number, very valuable number. But in America, they're scared of Friday the 13th. Okay, let's see here. So now I'm going to put my process together. Okay. This is OPK daily. I write my plan on the daily. You'll see right now. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do. That's fine. Leave that there. What I meant to do is this. Put the picture up. Choosy love. All right. Where you at? Right there. Boom. Okay. Okay, so now, what happened to my text box? There it is. Unless you want to vote up, you already know that. I'll live my system. All right, game plan. So once I get here, I go back, have a look at at the pre-market on the 15th, so I can write my plan. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you why it's up. I'm gonna tell you where I like it as of right now, and this might change. It changes sometimes because some things get to moving more right before the market. But if it stays in this frame, at least I know what I want. So here we go. It has a pivot buy at 185-ish and a launch buy at 165. Okay, with an intraday breakout at 236. That's all I need to know. And depending on where this is at the open, if this stays in this area at the open, I will put an order in for 185, hoping that it comes down here, touches this MA, shows me that it wanted to buy here the first time, and then boom, bounces and runs back up to VWAP. And I'll be happy with that because all I need is 18 cents, which is 20. I'll be looking for like 20, rounded it up. So 185-ish to come right back up to the 2. Hey man, that's a good trade. It's a good day. So we'll see. We'll see what it does. But let's write the plan. Okay, game plan. Stock is up on coronavirus testing. Okay. Has a pre-market high of 236, which is me saying that's the breakout area. Okay. And a pivot buy at 1.85 for a launch. Why does that not fill at launch buy? I knew that wasn't right. LA launch buy at 165. Okay, so these are the areas I'm willing to challenge. I'm willing to challenge the breakout after the first 15 minutes. If it breaks out in the first 15 minutes, it breaks out without me. I like to see it consolidate a little bit and just say, show me that it's serious. So that's why I would wait. I saw challenge that depending on where it opens at, this is the key, depending on where it opens. If it stays in like that 206.10 range and opens and it pulls back to 185, I'm buying. I'm in right there. Okay. And if it said, let's say if it right before the open it sells off and it's down in the 185 or let's say 190 range, I wouldn't buy that area. It's too close. I would buy the second area, which would be 165. That's the game plan. And that's it. I see this stuff early. I write my plan. I stick to the plan. Okay. So because I don't want this video to get very long, I'm just showing you my process of how I break one down. And then I go ahead and add it to my, this is what I'm watching. This is my watch list for today. We got it in there and now we're good. Okay. So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break this film down and let it render, get it up, pretty early today. I'm not going to do too much editing to it or anything because I just want to get it up. Somebody asked me what the process was and I wanted to show them. And what I'm going to do now that I, already did this for you guys to see how I do one is I'm going to go do the other 3 stocks that was available that I saw. And then what I'll do is I'll refresh it every 15 minutes to see if something moves, right? So I started at 5:30, at 5:45, I'll refresh it. Is it moving anymore? Is there more volume pouring in? Is there a new stock that just popped on the scene? I want to know that, and I'll do that up until 6:15. By 6:15, my plan is set. Now I just kind of go get my water, drink some water, maybe do a couple push-ups, get ready, and then I just let the open come. I already have my orders in, so like if I know my OPK by 6:15, I'll know exactly where I want to buy that stock at, and I'll put the order in right then and there. So usually I have 2 to 3 orders in, and I just wait. I'll wait for it to trigger. If I get triggered, I do, and if I don't, I don't. You should know this by now if you've been watching me enough. But anyhow, that's the process. Okay, peace and blessings. Good luck to everybody that's in the market this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and allow this to render and keep doing what I do.